Okay, here we have the original Lava scanner for the 3M ESPE Lava zirconia crown system. It was a good machine, it did what it was supposed to, but as with all technology, they were able to come up with something better and faster. And when that happened, we got the new scanner, which is the Scan ST, which is here. And it's got a much larger focal point for the camera, and the speed at which it acquires the images is considerably faster than the other one, and got a little bit better detail for doing the designing and the margin marking of the crowns. Then once the scan is complete, the crown is designed, and the file is created, which is then transferred over to the CNC Lava milling machine, which is here, with the various bits that it uses for milling the equipment. And they're all numbered as to what type of a burr it is, and each type of burr does a different function within the milling parameters. Then once all of those are set up, we complete the tool setup, and we can see on here, up on here on the screen, which type of tool it is, how much life it has left. If it's red, that means it's all used up. Yellow, it's partially used. Green means that it hasn't been used at all. Then if we want to actually mill something, we go to our main program. I'm going to complete the tool setup first, which takes a few seconds. Down here where it's flashing, that's telling you what tool is currently in the bit holder of the machine, and then it goes through and it actually checks the height of the tools within the tool holder, so that it can know within microns of how far it's milling in the zirconia blocks. And once it's all done with that, then we're able to start milling. And it starts with a block that looks like this. It's a solid block of zirconium oxide. Then once it's done milling, you'll end up with something like this, where it has the coping milled out of that block of material. And then from there, that's cut off, smoothed, shaded to the appropriate liquid, or to the appropriate shade. Then once that's done, it then comes over here into a sintering furnace, where it's placed in the oven. The door is shut, secured, the program is started, and in about 15.5 hours, you have a finished zirconia coping that's ready to have porcelain applied to it after the margin's been cleaned up a little bit. And then you have your final product ready to go out to the dentist and to be seated into the patient's mouth. Then for the actual milling process, it loads the material from over in this side of the machine. You stack up multiple blocks, just stack one on top of the other, fill up the entire chamber. The new one slides in to the holder here, transfers the program for what it's going to actually mill from the computer to the milling machine, and then it starts up the milling process. It's a little noisy, a little dusty. It's changing the burr from what's called a dummy burr, which does absolutely nothing, to the first milling burr, which in this instance would be a type 4 burr. Measures to make sure that it's of the proper length and that the burr isn't broken. Starts spinning, and then starts the milling process. And for this particular case, what it's milling will be done in about 30 minutes.